Hi crafters, welcome to the Catherine Wheels stitch tutorial. The Catherine Wheel stitch is a classic and textured stitch that is ideal for scarves and blankets, and it combines the shell stitch as well as the puff stitch. I will illustrate how to make these different stitches. I'm using paint box yarns in this tutorial just to show you one of the great qualities about paint box yarns, one being its eye-catching colors. You can watch the rest of the review on my channel under the crochet playlist. I'm using my 4.5mm hook and different shades of my Simply Decay paint box yarns. We'll be making this Catherine's Wheel stitch in the two shades of pink, bubblegum pink, and blue. We'll start by chaining 27. The pattern repeat is 10 stitches plus 6 stitches plus 1. That means you're making a multiple of 10, then you add 6 stitches and 1 more stitch for the turning chain. Start with a slip knot and chain 7 stitches. Starting row 1, after chaining your 27 stitches for the foundation chain, you're going to make 1 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. While you're counting your chains, you don't count the chain that is in the hook, you count the ones that you've already made. So 1, 2, then I will single crochet into the second one from the hook, 1 single crochet, then work another single crochet into the next chain. Okay. From there, I'm going to skip over 3 chains and work 7 double crochets into the next chain. So skip 3, then work 7 into 1 chain. Let's skip 3. 1, 2. Ensure that you count properly. This is where I had my last single crochet, and count 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the fourth one I'm going to make 7 double crochets into that 1 chain. So this is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from there you're going to skip 3 chains again. Remember where you've worked your 7, and from there skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the fourth one make a single crochet. Then again into the next 2. So what I've done from the start is I've made 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. Then from there I've made another one to the next chain, and skipped over 3 chains and inserted or made 7 double crochets into the next chain, 7 of them in the shell already made. Looks like a shell or a fan. Then skip over 3 chains, then make 1 single crochet into the next 3 chains. So skip 3, then make 3. Then from there we're going to repeat the pattern from skip over 3 chains, make 7 double crochets into the next, skip 3, make 1 into the next 3. After those 3, continue on, going to make 7 double crochets after skipping over 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. This is where I make my double crochet. This 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. After the 7, again skip over 3 chains and single crochet into the 3 after you've skipped 1, 2, 3. Into the 4th one, make 1 and another one, so the pattern states you repeat these stitches depending on how long your foundation chain is. Then you get up to the last 4 chains. I have 4 chains remaining at the end of my foundation chain. Then I'm going to skip over again 3 stitches. This is 1, 2, 3, and into the last stitch I'm going to make 4 double crochets. These 4 double crochets make half of the shell or of the fan. So you're crocheting depending on how long your project is. The last 4 chains is where you skip and make half that shell. We're done with row 1 with 3 shells for our 27 stitch foundation row. In row 2, I want to change my color to the bubble gum pink, and we're going to have a new terminology or a new technique of crochet that we've not discussed before. This is the double crochet together, where you have the 7 stitches together, then you pull through the loops, all the 7 loops at once. Changing my color to the next one, this is how I do it. Your loop from the previous stitch is on the crochet hook. Wrap your yarn on the hook, then pull that loop into the old one so that you have your new loop on the crochet hook. That's it. Very simple. Now we're going to turn and chain 1 for the next row, the second row, then 1 single crochet into the first 2 double crochets from the previous row, 1 and 2, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work 7 double crochets across the 7 stitches. After chaining 3, you're going to work 7 double crochets together across 7 stitches. Now this is whereby you make your usual double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 of the loops, and you have 2. We would finish this stitch by yarning over again and pulling through the 2, but we want these stitches to be together, so we are going to just pull through once, then leave it, and then you have 2 loops, then yarn over again, cut into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through 2, so that is 2 double crochets. Then continue this way till you've stitched across 7 stitches. That is 3, then yarn over 4. As I keep crocheting through the 7 stitches, I will have 8 stitches in total. Sorry, 8 loops. So this is 6 double crochets, then 1 more, yarn over, pull through. Do not finish the stitch. I have 7 stitches, 7 loops, and 7 double crochets on my hook. I have 8 loops and 7 double crochets. After you have this, yarn over and pull through all the loops, all 8 loops. Done making your 7 double crochet together. Next, work 3. After making the 7 double crochets together, you will chain 3, then single crochet into the each of the 3 stitches from the previous row. 1, 2. The first of the shell is done, and this is just an opposite of this one. So in the previous row we made 7 into 1 chain, but in this case we've made 7 across 7 stitches and pulled through all the loops. After making 3 single crochets, you will repeat the pattern by chaining 3, just the way we did earlier, then making your 7 double crochet together across 7 stitches. First one, remember not to finish off your double crochet. And next one, yarn over, pull up a loop and pull through 2 once only. Yarn over, pull through 2 to have 1 loop across 7 chains. These are 4 double crochets, and that stitch, that 1 loop that we had, so in total I have 5. I need to make 3 more double crochets. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. These are 6, 1 more. After I've finished making my 7 double crochets, that is, I have 4 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through all 8 loops. After that, make 3 chains and single crochet into each of the 3 chains from the 3 stitches from the previous row. Again, we're at the last bit of our Catherine's wheel stitch, then chain 2 and make 4 double crochets across. We're done with row number 2. Then yarn over and pull through. So row number 2 is done. Row number 1 in blue, row number 2 in pink. Very, very, very pretty. Row number 3 continuing in pink. Turn, then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work and make 3 double crochets into the first stitch, and the turning chain counts as a double crochet. So into that first stitch you're going to make 3 double crochets. The 3 double crochets are going to complete the fan of this bit of the shell. So starting with 1, 2, and 3. 3 double crochets into that 1 stitch. After that, you're going to skip over the 3 chains that you made over the previous row. After skipping the 3 chains, you're going to single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets you made on the previous row. So we are skipping this chain 3 space and not chaining, just skipping. Then you single crochet into those single crochets that you had made earlier. 2, 3. After that, again skip the chain 3s that you had made and then make 7 double crochets into that loop that you close together your 7 double crochets from the previous row. In this loop here, I'm going to make 7 double crochets. I have 1 2 3 4 5 6, one last double crochet. Pretty pattern for me. After making those 7 double crochets, repeat your pattern again by skipping the chain 3 and single crocheting into the 3 single crochets from the previous row. Then again skip the chain 3 that you had made and make 7 double crochets into that closed loop of the 7 double crochets from the previous row. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Finished off another stitch. After that, repeat again, and remember we are doing it up to the last stitches, so you're going to skip your chain 3s again and work 1 single crochet into the single crochets you made from the previous row, so we'll have 2 single crochets. Row number 2 is done. You can work this pattern in different colors. In my case, I've used the blue in my first row, and my second and third row I've used a different shade. Let me just introduce different set of colors from the 4th and the 5th row. Row number 4, I'll use this pretty shade of purple and join my new shade, my new yarn, to the old one. Have your hook, your loop into that hook, then yarn over and insert your new loop into the old one. Row number 4 starts by chaining 3, 1 2 3, then 2 double crochet together over the next 3 stitches. We had stitches from our previous row, 2 single crochets and then the fan. So we're going to make again that double crochet together stitch, and we'll do it 3 times across 3 stitches. Mid one, second one, then the third one, and then pull up a loop. I should have 4 loops on my chain, on my hook, then yarn over and pull through all 4. After this, I will chain 3, 1 2 3, then single crochet over the next 3 chains, 3 stitches, 1 2 and 3, just the way we did this first stitch. We're repeating the same pattern. Then make a chain again of chain 3, then 7 double crochets together along those 3 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Please be careful not to pull your loop through the previous double crochet, and if you're making 7 double crochets together, you should have 8. There's an extra loop here because we are not completing our double crochets. Yarn over and pull through all 8, and from there make your chain 3 and 1 single crochet into the 3 stitches on the previous row. After the single crochet, chain 3 again, 1 2 3, and make 7 double crochets together again. 3 1 6, 7, then yarn over and pull through all 7 stitches, and you have 2 stitches remaining, 1, 2 at the end of your row. Chain 3 and single crochet into the last stitch, that is the top of your turning chain. Row number 4 is done. Moving on to row 5, start by chaining 1, Thank you for watching the Catherine Will stitch tutorial till the end. I look forward to seeing the projects you'll make with this stitch, this beautiful stitch. It's ideal for blankets, sweaters and scarves. You can also check out my work on stitches and interiors creative designs across all socials, that is Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. Please remember to support my channel by liking, commenting, subscribing and sharing. See you on the next one, crafters.